Hello, StarCraft fans! This is falconpaladin coming to you with yet another edition of Cheese Compilation! We're going to get this started with a game between Cat and Misty Star here on Odyssey, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the red Zerg player, Misty Star, from Turnboho. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Protoss player, Cat. Now, this is my cheese compilation. For those of you who are new, this is my once every 2 weeks focus on cheese, sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. Every one of these replays that I get goes to my screeners. Anywhere from 2 to 6 people will look them over, determine which ones are the best, and send them to me. Now, it is a momentous occasion today, you guys. I don't know how this happened, but I had 2 screeners look at the entire pack, and they agreed on not a single one as being the best cheese. They each sent me a selection of like 10 or 8 to run through that they figured were the best of the whole thing. It was close to like a 45, 50 pack cheese pack. These are the best, and they didn't agree on any of their top choices. 0. The packs they sent back were entirely different, and I don't know exactly what happened here. It's kind of freaking me out, but I'm just going to kind of go back and forth and just choose cheese from one, cheese from the other, and we'll see how this goes. I mean, if we want to, I don't know if we want to publicly name people, but these were, I mean, I'll give some credit. How about that? We'll give some credit both to Squeaks and to Logan for being the screeners this time. If they want to get publicly named as for having chose the cheese that gets cast, I need them to let me know in the comments or email me and tell me it's cool, because I think Squeaks is down with it. But I don't know that Logan is. So we're not going to do that today. I'm not going to tell you which one of these 2 gentlemen did this, but Misty Star's going for a 1-base Roach Warren double gas play, which we saw Sue do against Major in BlizzCon last week. Well, not even last week, just last Saturday, not that long ago. I guess technically that is last week. And I'm going to tell you this, Special did not scout it and died on the big stage. Round of 8. Yeah, round of 8. Oh. It hurts my soul. Anyway, I mean, Sue's really, really good. So even if Special had scouted it, it would have been very hard to hold off, but he would have had a better chance. A much better chance, I feel like. So there's a lair for Misty Star. All right, maybe like a Burrow Roach play potentially here. He is expanding after this. He knows Misty Star, although Misty Star does sound like a female name. Maybe he's a she. Don't know. Not that it really matters, just a matter of pronouns is concerned here. Now, Cat recognized this was a 1-base opening. He did not expand. He went for 2 gateways. He's getting Warp Gate as fast as he can, getting some Zealots, getting some Sentries to help wall off whatever kind of attack is coming his way from the Zerg forces. A couple Roaches in production already for Misty Star. That expansion is not quite done yet, but again, it was late, so understandably so. And it's going to be a Stargate for Cat, which I like. Honestly, getting a Void Ray against some kind of a Roach Ravager attack is actually a pretty darn good way to go. None of that stuff can shoot up, and you can dodge Corrosive Biles pretty darn easily with anything. What has a hard time dodging them? I guess Broodlords go really slow. Battle Cruisers, too, have a hard time dodging them from the air, but Void Rays, nifty and swifty enough to dodge those without too much of an effort. Now, Misty Star, there's the lair. He is getting Glial Reconstitution, so he's getting speed for his Roaches, and he's getting an Overseer. So he's worried about DTs being used to defend, I suppose, but waiting perhaps too long. All right, here we go. Misty Star, I do feel compelled to tell you as well, this is not all cheese success. This can be someone who got cheesed on the ladder, defended it, and then sent the replay in. So you don't know who's going to win these things. It is very akin to Lag TV's Will Cheese Fail that they used to do. Man, that was some good stuff. I hope to be able to replicate it here on my channel. Infestation Pit for Misty Star. Hydralisk Den? This is the craziest build I've ever seen. Effectively 1-basing it, sitting on only 25 Harvesters right now, taking up to Infestation Pit at 4 minutes is when that pit started. Hydralisk Den here too, so Roach, Hydra, Infester. A lot of Sentries here from Cat. I don't know if that's going to be the answer, man. And the Hydras against the Void Rays really changes how I feel about the upcoming engagement here. If there are Hydralisks, especially with Muscular Augment, which does increase the speed and the attack range of the Hydras by 1. Ooh, really fantastic here. He has Warp Gate, but he hasn't made his gateways into Warp Gates yet. So Cat, come on, man. Let's see some Warp Gates popping on out here. That's what I'd like to see. What is this? And an Evolution Chamber. from Misty Star 2. Okay, 3 What is happening? I'm so confused about what Misty Star is trying to do. Cat's going for the ever popular super classic Sentry Void Ray attack. Not entirely familiar with how that's supposed to work, but all right, here we go. Cat's moving out. Maybe Cat is seen as the cheeser in this game. I don't have any idea. Finally making these into warp gates instead of just regular old boring terrible gateways, which are not good. Oh man, if he could, I don't know, is this like a force field off the main forever, kill everything in the main base type play? Needs, oh, hallucinated void rays. That's what the sentries are for. Okay, this just got a lot more interesting. Oh, Misty Star hanging out. What is this? Oh, mass void ray are here to kill me. Run! The single hydralisk says no, and Misty Star leaves the game. It worked. It worked for Cat. Cat's your winner with a hallucinated void ray play. Woo! Goodbye, hallucinated void rays. Hello, single one hallucinated, one real void ray. Oh my gosh, that harkens back to the Idra days. The Idra days when he rage quit after a hallucinated army attacked him. Oh. Okay, that was good. That was some good cheese from Cat. That was fantastic. Doesn't want to leave the game, but we'll leave it for them. And move on to the next. Oh, Cat left. Heard what I was saying. Can I move on to game number 2 here in Cheese Compilation? I want to say 22. Is it 22? Anyway, we'll be back in just a second. Welcome back to Cheese, everybody. Game number 2 of Cheese Compilation number 23 will be between Dinu and Fritz here on Mech Depot, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is the Red Terran player, Dinu. Possibly Dino, but Dino makes a little bit more sense. And in the top right-hand corner of the map, it is the Blue Zerg player, Fritz. All right, so a TVZ rather, here in game number 2. Quick plug for the podcast. Just released a huge discussion about BlizzCon. Wade and I did on the Falcon Paladin Hour. Link in the description. The podcast posted yesterday, hot off the presses. You can find it anywhere you get your podcast, Android or Apple or on your computer. Wherever it is, just search Falcon Paladin Hour or just Falcon Paladin and you'll find it. So a ton of BlizzCon talk. We talk about Thor Ragnarok quite a bit as well. Major discussion and some World of Warcraft stuff that interests you. Some major announcements at BlizzCon relating to World of Warcraft as well. But like 45 minutes of BlizzCon talk, which was a lot of fun. A lot of fun for Wade and I. All right. This is a Proxy barracks coming out from Dinu. And there is that Zerg Scout. Yes, Drone Scout out of Fritz. Remember how much I like scouting? This is me saying I like scouting. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you see your Terran opponent walling off like this with 2 supply depots and no barracks, this is DEFCON 5. I think that's how that works. Is DEFCON 5 the highest, or does it get higher the lower the number goes? I can never remember. Could be DEFCON 1. Regardless, red alerts are going off inside your head because you're saying, all right, there's no barracks. There has to be one somewhere. This Terran player's not this bad. And indeed, there's a proxy. So, Overlord going to try to scout this thing too. Slow Overlord heading over here to this 3rd base location for Fritz and saying, all right, is this where this is? Come on, Overlord. You can find it slowly but surely. There it is. Ah, the Overlord gets the win of the day. Sees the double barracks. Wait, what's that? And a factory. Liar. That was a double barracks and a factory with a reactor being built on the barracks. I assume that will be swapped over onto the factory and another factory coming up. So how do you deal with this, Zerg? Honestly, I think you just make a bunch of lings and go shut this down. You just get a bunch of lings. A lot of lings. Slow lings will do it because these buildings can't move. Surround them, start killing them, force them to lift off, and then your Terran player is pretty much done. So we'll see how Fritz responds to this. He scouted it properly. That gets like the scouting award of 2017 from Falcon Paladin. That was beautifully done from Dino. I hope he learned that from watching me. I hope is what happened here. Yeah, here come the lings. Sneaking on down. And immediately 2 cyclones are being built for Dinu. And I just don't know. Kill the SCV building this factory. Kill it. Kill it. Can you see it? Sometimes you can't see it. Oh, no way. That was like 20 hit points from being complete. Other SCV does finish it. Wow. Hero SCV sacrifices his life. These guys can't decide what to do. The Lings can't decide. You need more. You need more Lings than this, man. I don't know if you just want to go Queen and what else you're doing with your money right now. Fritz is floating about 400 minerals, which is bad. Marine dead. Cyclones out. Enough Cyclones. Get rid of these Lings. Lings are generally pretty good against Cyclones just because they don't take extra damage from them and they just can get nice surrounds and hit pretty hard. But when there's only 4 Lings, not really the answer. So here comes the push from Dinu. Again, Fritz knows this is coming. He's got Lings on the way. He's got a Queen. Queen injects. She knows she's going to die. Lings finishing off one of the Marines here. And like I said, the Zergling's pretty good. Whoa! Pretty good against the Cyclones and especially with speed. Is this enough Lings to finish off this Cyclone number 2? Oh, yes, it is! Whoa! 9 hit points left on the final Zergling. I told you, Lings are a good answer. Good answer here. So solid hold. Fritz is still floating about 500 minerals and 200 gas. He needs to do something. He's got Larva. He's got Overlords. He's making 16 Lings. Okay, good. Okay, good. Doing all right for himself. Meanwhile, back home, Dino is just completely unprotected. And I think Fritz, or rather, Dino's going to continue to push here. I just don't know if it's going to work out, man. I don't think you can send a single Cyclone up and expect to do anything. 2 Queens. Again, Queen's not generally the best idea, but the Lings assisting. Another Queen does go down here, but I think our Zerg player has this figured out. At this point, Zergling's coming up to see, hey, this is your production, This is all you have to make stuff. Do not... Okay, getting the reactor is a fine choice. Slowing down the production abilities of the Terran player. Good positioning here on the Cyclone, though. Pew, 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 pew. Wow, look at this guy go. 10 kills? Whoa, before he dies, 10 kills. There's a lot of kills, and this Marine, can he win the battle? No, he dead too. I think that's it for our Terran player. There's no way he comes back from this. All his production facilities are out in the open. He can't make them back home. Really, it would take a lot of resources to do so, and that's the thing with cheese. If you don't cheese and you don't win with it, or if you cheese and don't win with it, you're going to have a really, really hard time winning the game overall. Yeah, Zerglings going after factories. They can't quite decide. They're a little unfocused, but I figure that's how Zerglings usually are. They're like puppies, right? Attention spans that are super tiny. If they can make this factory start burning down, there we go, it's burning. Turn your attentions to this other Cyclone. One Cyclone does pop out of the burning factory, and they get another Cyclone down. Man, this is a lot of dead stuff. 8 Cyclones dead for 50 Lings. That's a fair trade. I would say Terran player has lost 2,500 resources to 1,700 for Fritz, and really just stay alive at this point. Queens trying to focus down one more of these Cyclones. 3 Queens are enough to take out a single Cyclone, turns out. If you want to do the math, Lings all rolling down. Fritz is floating a bunch of money still, but I think he's going to be okay. Hellion comes out, doesn't really micro very well, and that's it. Dino's out, Dino's defeated, and Fritz was victorious. Good. Good hold, Fritz. Showing everybody on the channel how it's done. Excellent job, my good friend Fritz holding there. All right, so game 3 for the cheese is going to come back in just a second. Game number 3 of Cheese Compilation number 23 will be between Nutella and Mouseman on Ascension to Ire, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the red Terran player Nutella from K2A, and spinning logo of what? What does that say? Dr. Noir? Dr. Noir, possibly? Kinda looks like Mike Tyson a little bit, as near as I can tell. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Protoss player, Mouseman. So I figure we get a PVT up here. PVZ, ZVT, and PVT all represented in games 1 through 3 of our cheese compilation. Who will be the cheeser today? Well, this is one of the games chosen by either Logan or Squeaks. I'm not going to tell you who it was. That's a secret. But so far, so good. I was kind of worried for a second in the back of my mind that one of the players, or one of the screeners, had sent me by accident the games they'd selected out of the cheese pack as ones they didn't want and accidentally sent me that one instead. But no, I think we're good. I think we're doing just fine. Hallucinated Void Ray Army and then Proxy Fact Build Shutdown is pretty entertaining. I'm on board with this so far. Double gas early from Mouseman and no expansion. SCV Scout from Nutella. I love it. I love to see a good scout from the Terran. Let's see if he recognizes what's going on here. That double gas should tell him quite a bit. SCV does get killed and surrounded by probes, so that makes it difficult. There is the mineral walk trick you can do if your worker gets surrounded or otherwise murdered or stuck somewhere and getting attacked, you can click on mineral patches anywhere on the map. Right-click on them, and your worker will mineral walk out through the thing that's blocking it in to go harvest. So it's just a good trick. That SCV, if you can click on it fast enough and right-click out here possibly, or right-click here, whatever, just pick on mineral patches anywhere, and he'll phase through those probes and not die. So maybe next time that's an option. It's a proxy pylon from Mouseman. Looks like Mouseman may be our cheeser today. Very excited to see how that's going to work out for him. Terran player getting a couple barracks. Not expanding yet, as you'll notice. If you see that double gas, you know something crazy is coming from the Protoss player, and perhaps it's not safe to go for the 1 Rex expand. He is expanding after a couple barracks, though. So he is not delaying forever, which is probably prudent. And double robotics facility out of Mouseman here. This is a higher level cheese game just based on the loading portraits on the loading screen. Again, those can be misleading because they're not based on MMR of your race. If your highest MMR is for Protoss and you're playing as Terran and you're Diamond with your Protoss and you're Silver with your Terran, playing as Terran still gives you the Diamond portrait. So it's kind of a mess right now. And I think Blizzard has some ideas on how to try to fix that, but it really seems pretty straightforward, right? I mean, all you gotta do is make the portrait for each race be dependent on the MMR for each race. They're already tracking that. Maybe it's just something they haven't gotten around to. Immortal on the way from this robotics facility, and second robo facility, I have to imagine another Immortal. Yeah, another Immortal. Double Immortal push. And the way you can shut this down is basically by having 1,000,000 Marines, which Nutella is working on. He's making 3 Marines at a time. He's got a factory, which isn't going to be super useful here. I feel like if it's mass Immortal, at least, just because tanks aren't that great against them. Yes, they outrange them, which is actually, that might be enough to turn the tide, really. Tanks on the high ground right about here. Immortals, if they can't even hit them, the tank will be just fine. Also, Cyclones taking extra damage from the Immortals, doing extra damage to the Immortals too, but I feel like Immortals have an advantage here. Mothership here at the front, trying to help. Look at these Marines do so well against this Immortal, though. Bam, dead. What did I say, man? Marines. Mothership Core can't die. Mothership Core does manage to pull back just barely. Another Immortal pushing on up. Look at, is it 3 shots on a Marine? Yeah, it takes 3 shots for an Immortal to kill a Marine. Look at this. Look at how long, look how ridiculously long it takes. Pylon at the front here. Mothership is down to 10 HP, but look at her chasing these Marines. Don't chase too far. Don't chase too far if you're trying to win this thing. Good golly. So the Immortals, there's your Photon Overcharge and the high ground. I'm going to knock down these supply depots for easy access. Natural base for Nutella is going to die. And this Proxy Immortal Pylon Photon Overcharge thing is actually, looks like it might possibly work here, but losing another Immortal is not great. Losing another Immortal, possibly. No, Photon Overcharge does save the Immortal. Barracks down. This Pylon has 3 kills. Immortal hacking away at stuff. There's a medevac out to heal, so now it takes a lot more shots to kill a Marine. That's not great news here. This Immortal does have 8 kills, though, going after Tech Lab, where Stim's being researched. Tech Lab. Stim denied. Bunker here trying to fight against an Immortal. No, that's not good. That's not good. The Immortal almost gets it, but the SCV repair is too great. Natural base does end up falling, though. 3 Immortals. A 9-kill Immortal says to his newcomers, hey, do as well as I did. That's what I would recommend here. Bunker goes down. SCV's nowhere near able to repair it. This is enough Marines, and that's it. A good game from Nutella. Mouseman is victorious with his Proxy Immortal Mothership Core Pylon build. That was fun. That was a good one. I mean, I've seen the Proxy Pylons here before with the Photon Overcharge, but going just straight Immortal behind it was definitely creative. And it worked, even though it was a lot of Marines out of Nutella. I think trying to expand was probably a mistake. And really making anything but Marines was also probably a mistake here. Just mass Marine out of reactor barracks would have been enough to hold this for sure. But hey, live and learn. When you're being cheese, you can't always think as clearly as you would want to. Okay, so that's it for that game. Whoa. We'll come back with more cheese from Falcon Paladin in just a second. It is yet more cheese from Falcon Paladin. This game will be a game between Shaftasar and You All Noob from Abyssal Reef, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the red Terran player, You All Noob, who says, I'm a noob, please go easy, I'm silver in Terran. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Protoss player, Shaftasar, who should not take this request lightly. Or seriously. Actually, man, if somebody says they're not good, I automatically assume they're incredible. And if I let up even a tiny bit, they will crush me. They'll probably crush me anyway, honestly, if somebody is trying to pull those shenanigans. So we'll see if ULNoob is paying attention. If his Terran is actually silver here, could get interesting. Shaftasar doesn't commit either way. He doesn't even respond to the request to go easy on ULNoob, so that's fairly interesting. A probe scout from Shaftasar, though, he says, all right, let's see how much of a noob you are. If you're going 5 supply depot before barracks, then okay, I'll believe you. You don't know what you're doing with Terran. But if you're going very standard 1 racks expand, then no, perhaps I shall not believe you. You Terran liar face. The probe harassed. The SCV pulls off the line early here. I mean, that reaction time from ULNoob was super fast. Excellent job from him. And yeah, I don't buy it. I don't think ULNoob is silver in Terran. Although we'll see. I mean, silvers do have a pretty good handle on build orders in the first couple of minutes of the game. It's just things fall apart past about the 3, 4, 5 minute mark, depending on what kind of stuff they're doing. If they're attacking, they can fall apart. If they're defending, they can fall apart. Just if stuff happens. If they're left alone, it can be hard to tell. It can be hard to tell what league or what league somebody is in. Engineering Bay from ULNoob here. And early Engineering Bay. Is this some kind of a crazy planetary fortress rush? Oh my gosh, it is. It is, you guys. Look at this SCV placement. There's no way this is anything but a PF rush. Ready, set, 400 minerals, go. Look at me calling this. I've watched enough cheese on my own channel to figure this stuff out from time to time. Although Engineering Bay early is a pretty big tell. Shaftasar can't really scout that easily either. He is bringing another probe down, but Marines should be able to shut this down. 2 Marines should be at the top of the ramp. Not seeing an expansion is a pretty big tell. ULNoob was doing very well and then didn't have an expansion. So that says we're 1 base in it. There is some kind of crazy aggression coming your way, Shaftasar. Be ready. He's expanding, which can be okay if you're pro at holding against cheeses, but if you're feeling iffy about holding against cheeses, you might want to cancel that. Throw down a couple more gateways, just have some stalkers out. High-sec auto-tracking being researched by ULNoob here. He wants the range on his PF to be extra. That's fantastic. +1 range. It doesn't seem like much, but that +1 range is actually very nice. Now, where are you going to land this is the question. I mean, I don't think there's anywhere this can be landed without being seen, right? Shaftasar will have vision of it. Whether or not he actually notices what's going on before it's too late is another question entirely. Oh, pulling the boys. All the SCVs heading on out. They're coming up, man. This is 100%, million% all in. This probe, I don't think Shaftasar saw this. He's building another command center. Is he double planetary fortress rushing? All right, here we go. Shaftasar's vision. Hey, there's a big red thing in my main base. What is going on? And he's going to land it in a place where the probes can't surround it very easily because of the building placement of Shaftasar's own stuff. That's incredible. Here comes a Marine and some SCVs. And the Marine dies, but the SCVs take out the Adept. This is amazing. There's the upgrade. Adept trying to stop this. Adept can't stop this. Stalker needs to micro within an inch of its life. No, it went the wrong way. It's getting surrounded by SCVs and is going to die. Maybe. Can these 2 Adepts save the SCVs is the question. The answer is Stalker. All right, Stalker dies. Photon overcharge is up here. SCV trying to build a missile turret. Planetary Fortress is done, though, and missile turret is stuck. SCVs couldn't finish the missile turret. That's a huge moment right there, but probes forced to evacuate from the main base entirely as this guy is just rocking probes left and right. Zealots, I don't think that's a great choice here. Oh, SCV needs to finish that missile turret. Saved by the PF. SCV, get in here. Get in here. He's going to try and does finish it. Yoo-hoo! Missile turret up. Mothership core down. Main base shambles. It's dead. Natural bases here for Shaftasar, but guess what? Planetary Fortress number 2. This time we do get a nice probe surround. Oh, but 3 Marines came across the map from ULNoob to distract most of them. Zealots here to hack away too. SCVs need to repair this planetary fortress. Where did these guys come from? More SCVs here to repair. It's just distractions. Mule coming down to repair. SCV's getting killed by probes, but again, that is DPS that is not going down on this planetary fortress as it is being constructed. Mule is here repairing. SCV's here repairing. Shaftosaur not doing much about it. Mothership Core. New Mothership Core is here, and planetary fortress is going to go down. Shaftosaur doesn't have enough to build another planetary fortress. Look at these probes just being sent flying, getting one shot by this PF. Zealot trying to hack away, gonna die. Probes, all you going to die. Mothership Core is the only one gonna be left to try to stop this thing. It is actively on fire, and there's a photon overcharge up. Mule trying to save it. Can't save it in time. Planetary Fortress is dead. All right, main base still in a lot of trouble. SCV's harvesting from Shaftosaur's main base to this Planetary Fortress. That was really, really big, but Yule Noob still has his main base. Still has his main. Planetary Fortress is going to take down this Nexus, is making SCVs pretty much consistently at this point. Missile turret, a big problem for that Mothership Core. Might photon overcharge that pylon, but doesn't do enough damage to kill the PF. But I mean, what else do you do, honestly? 15 kills on this Planetary Fortress like a boss. Like a boss, this Planetary Fortress is. Alright, so Shaftosaur's down to 0 probes. Shaftosaur doesn't have enough to make another probe. Shaftosaur's dead. I thought he had saved a probe somewhere. Nope, that's it. That's all she wrote, and Yule Noob's the winner. He calls out I'm Silver as Terran, and then proceeds to wreck with double Planetary Fortress rush. That just makes me feel warm and fuzzy. The rage quit from Shaftosaur, and Yule Noob is victorious at 7 minutes and 1 seconds. Woo! Fantastic. Fantastic entry. Thank you, Yule Noob, for sending that in. That was really fun to watch. Even losing that one Planetary Fortress, that was intense. That was a crazy situation. All right, more cheese from falconpaladin coming at you in just a second. Cheese game number 5 of cheese compilation number 23 will be between Mini Titan and Not a Korean on Odyssey, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the red Zerg player Mini Titan. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Protoss player Not a Korean. Mini Titan throwing out the, you should be a Korean, then you'd be a GM. Lol, I wish. Says Not a Korean. It is extremely, extremely elite to make it into GM, you guys. It's a limited number of players. There's only a certain number of ladders you can get GM on. It is super impressive. If you are even close to GM, you should be super happy. Goals. Goals, says Mini Titan. He is part of the Winter Clan. Hello. Yes, this is Dog. Man, that is an old meme. Years old meme, you guys. And meme years are 7 human years. So if a meme's like 3 years old, that means it's 21. Which is ancient. Which is just incredibly ancient. Alrighty then. Probe versus Zerg here. We'll see who's going to be the winner today. Should be an excellent match. Again, chosen by one of my screeners. I'm still kind of a little stunned that neither of them chose any of the replays the other one chose. I should get them in a room and see what else they disagree about. It's going to be like, I like bananas on my pancakes. Oh, bananas on pancakes is an abomination before God. That's the kind of thing. I expect those kind of disagreements to come out here. Coke or Pepsi? I like Pepsi. Coke is disgusting. No, you're wrong. And then they'll just fight it out. But they both have pretty good taste in cheese, I would say. So far, I'm very pleased with the random cheese replays I've chosen from both of their packs they sent back. So good on you guys. You can't agree on what makes good cheese, but by golly, both of your interpretations of what cheese is actually kind of amazing. I don't know how that happened. I really don't understand. All right, nothing too crazy going on yet. It's a double gas for Mini Titan. Otherwise, pretty standard stuff for him. He's got his expansion, got 1 gas, got a spawning pool on the way, and then Not a Korean. Did he go 1 gate expand or 2 gate expand? It looks like a 2 gate expand with Cyber Core. Okay, not even that. I'm pretty sure this was a 2 gate Cyber Core, then expand, then assimilator out of Not a Korean. He wants to have some units ready. He feels like aggression might be possible for Mini Titan. And so far, I'd say that maybe a little warranted. This double gas is a bit of a tell. Has anybody scouted anything at this point? No. Again, I don't know how you guys play in the dark, but enough people do that it makes sense for someone, I suppose, is how this works. Slow Overlord scouting for Mini Titan. Zealots here from not a Korean. Making Zealots early is such an interesting choice. He's got to be aggressive with them because defensively they're pretty useless against speedlings. If there's a big speedling rush right now, the Zealots would be chasing them around in circles the whole time. Adepts are much better, honestly, much better at dealing with that problem. Very quick lair from Mini Titan and getting a Roach Warren. So this looks kind of like the build we saw in game number 1, except I don't think we'll see an Infestation Pit super duper early and a Hydralisk Den and 3 Evolution Chambers. I mean, that Zerg player was trying to do all of the things, which, I mean, could work unless you tap out because of a hallucinated Void Ray army. Spinecrawler at the front for Mini Titan. He expects some aggression from not a Korean, but that's not happening. It's really not at this point. Zealots are playing defensively, which, again, doesn't make a lot of sense to me for not a Korean, but I suppose he is not a Korean for a reason, and that's because he's doing crazy things. Mini Titan has not fully saturated his second extractor here. I wonder if he was planning on doing that and accidentally misclicked, because that hurts. Let's just say this. Let's just say it hurts quite a bit. There's your lair for Mini Titan. Immediate Infestation Pit. All right. Mini Titan doing the same thing. 4-minute Infestation Pit. A little faster. He got it started before 4 minutes. If he gets a Hydralisk Den and 3 Evolution Chambers, my mind will be blown. I'll be really freaked out. I was going to say I can't see it, but I couldn't see him go quick Infestation Pit either here. What? Okay, there's a Nydus network. I can understand this. Nydus network coming on out here. There to be. All right, it's going to be a Nydus play. We'll see if not a Korean is prepared for this or not. He's just playing so blind. Both players actually incredibly blind. Mini Titan technically has a Sloverlord in place to scout, but has chosen not to do that yet. Swarm Host. So that's what the Infestation Pit is for Swarm Host Nydus play, which is something that Rogue did to Neeb in one of the games in BlizzCon just this last weekend. Boy, did you miss that one? I hope you didn't. Rogue, early game scary, late game scary. There's a reason he won all the BlizzCons. Spoiler alert. Is that a spoiler? That might be a spoiler. I don't know. Not a Korean sticking third base at this gold up north, which, again, blind. I guess he's not blind. He's got an observer scouting around here. Scout the Nydus. Scout the Nydus. Are you honestly? Oh my gosh. He's so close to scouting the Nydus. He's just not going in. Not a Korean. No. All right. Swarm Host. He saw the Swarm Host run across there. He's checking for a third base. Nope. No, because you know what? Swarm Host Nydus play. This Overlord is actually for Nydus play is what it is. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Here we go. Nydus Network has a lot of stuff in it, and here it comes. It is visible to not a Korean, just barely. Tiny little faded red dot, but I think he's paying attention over here. What's he looking at? Oh, he sees it just as it erupts, and here he's bringing the Zealots down. Swarm Hosts are here. Pop them Locusts, and here we go. Oh, the massacre. Oh, the massacre of everything on the ground here. All the Zealots are dead. Immortal gonna die. Stalker's gone. Pylon's gone. This might be it for not a Korean. Locust getting rid of Zealots as they're warping in is just really mean. Yep, robotics facility down. Another robotics facility down. There are some roaches here. Roaches versus Immortals, not great, but if you outnumber it 6-1, you can get it done. Well, let's just say that. Queen's trying to kill the Mothership Core. Brought some Queens along, which honestly, they are necessary on any ride in a Swarm Host, and rather a Nydus Swarm, that's it. Or not a Korean takes the GG, and Mini Titan is your victor in 6 minutes and 45 seconds. You guys, you gotta scout. I still can't believe that observer didn't scout, didn't see this Nydus, was in position to see it, just didn't do it. Go in. Let this be a lesson to everybody. Go in. Scout as much as you can. Even if you're going to lose your scouting unit, do it. Sacrifice them for the greater good. Yeah, this is Swarm Host play. This is a good build for Mini Titan. Excellent job. All right, that's it for game number 5. Game number 6 is back, and we'll be here in just a second. Game number 6 of the Cheese compilation is a team game sent into falconpaladin at gmail.com with the subject of cheese, and it will be between Team Captain America and Team The Joker here on Trader's Exile. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have Team Joker, just because they're purple and kind of a tealish color. As close as I can get. It's going to be the Zerg player Regnadorix I think that's what that is. And his teammate, the purple Protoss player, Wayful. And in the bottom right-hand corner, Team Captain America is the blue Zerg player, Max Powell, going for a very early pool here. That was a 14 pool, ladies and gents. And the red Protoss player, Sergio Zamora. Zamora. That's a good name, Sergio. Sergio's just rolls off the tongue. Sergio Garcia, very popular, very good professional golfer. He was good last time I really followed golf, which might have been the 90s. Is that when Sergio Garcia was good? Really showing my age here. It's just going to get worse. It's going to get worse over time, you guys. Age never stops. War never ends. Aging never ends. Ragnadorix, man, that name's going to kill me, is also going for an early pool. Nobody expanding yet. Too much PDF download, Wayful says. Somebody paused, it looks like. Nobody expanding. This is what I like to see from 2v2. 2v2 is just rush after rush after rush. And speaking of rush, it is the probe train. Woo woo! Proba trainer, proba trainer, proba trainer, proba trainer, and all of the drones coming too. Holy smokes, a 2v2. Wait, they killed one of their own probes? That was an accident? I feel like that was an accident. Oh no. All right, you have one fewer worker now. Sergio Zamora made a fort, but then doesn't have enough money to make any cannons. And why did you make a pool if you don't? I guess he's got 2 lings on the way. This is so weird. All right, here we go. Oh, did Wayful get the wall up? No, it's not a wall. Oh no. Oh no, it's not a wall. He thought it was. Zealot gets surrounded. Does kill a probe. Get another probe kill. Does get another probe kill, but now is dead. And now it is drone and probe versus probe. Who's pulling? Ragnadorix is pulling his drones to fight here too, trying to come in from the surround from both sides. Everybody working together. It looks like Sergio Zamora is controlling all of the workers from his side here from Captain America. Are they winning this thing? I gotta see this. Harvesters 9 and 10 for Team Captain America. 17 and 7 for the Joker though. Oh, some zealots are out as well. Sergio brought a zealot. That's good. Zealot needs to do some stuff, though. There it is. Sergio Zealot fighting. 6 to 9 harvesters. Somehow Ragnadorix still has a ton of drones. Where are... Oh, here they are. Oh, okay, good. Did you hold that? Is that what that was? Sergio comes in with a single zealot. Pretty good placement for this guy, actually. Some lings coming in here, too. I think... I don't... Man, it's 12 to 12 workers, though. What else do we have, though? 4 zealots are out for Sergio. Oh, they're all right here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. The zealots are doing fairly well for themselves. It's 11 workers for Team Captain America and 12 for Team Joker. All of them drones for Ragnadorix. And here we go. Team Captain America pushing on up. Couple lings defending for Ragnadorix. Does he have enough? These zealots, I think, are going to be enough to overpower it, though. Man, the zealots are big-time trouble. The zealots are glitching, though. No, 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 no. Don't attack the spore crawlers. Kill the queen. I guess it doesn't matter. The queen's dead. Long live the queen. The queen is dead. And inside this mineral line, a couple lings pop out. Is it going to be enough? I don't think it is. 8, 6, 5, 4 probes. Running all of his probes away. Down to 1 and a 0. And that's it. Some weird worker rush with zealot push from Team Captain America. Ends up winning this thing. What a crazy little 2v2. Couple probes here from Wayful. He's trying to come back. He's trying to come back from this. There are no workers back home for Team Captain America. They brought everything they had. Single zealot here from Wayful too. I guess the units tab is probably most useful at this point. I guess we could have been doing that the whole time, huh? How many workers does everybody have? Press I for income. Oh, wait. No, actually, you probably just want the units tab. Next time I will know. Is he going to actually block this off? Oh, he just barely doesn't block it off. Oh, no. Oh, no. And here comes the reckoning for Wayful. He's trying to run his probes away, but you can't run and you can't hide. And you're backing yourselves into a corner, and you're dead. Nice, says Ragnadorix. You did it. You did it. Final probe for Wayful trying to run. Just kind of extending the obvious here. That's going to be it. There's a zap. I mean, are there even any lings to chase this thing down? Are you just scouting, Wayful? What is going on here? Making 6 lings as Ragnadorix. This isn't over yet, you guys. This might not actually be over yet. Did Max Powell brought his queen all the way over from the other side of the map, up to Bregnidorix's base, only to die immediately to Zerglings. 2 zealots from Sergio. Where do these guys keep coming from? Is he harvesting? No? And the zealots, and that's it. Ragnadorix is gone. These zealots were enough to turn the tide. And now we're just waiting for Wayful. You can go too. You can leave now as well. That's a recommendation from me to you. And that's it. Sergio Zamora and Max Powell are your victors in this 2v2 cheese exhibition. Excellent work. Okay, more cheese coming at you from the Falcon Paladin in just a second. Cheese the 7th will be between Obama and Frog on Acolyte, the latter edition. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is the Red Terran player who chose the name Obama. I assume after President Obama, the 40-somethingth president of the United States. I'm pretty sure it's 40-somethingth. I should know that. And in the top right-hand corner of the map, it is the Blue Terran player, Frog. TVT coming at you. I figured we'd get a TVT in here just because it was PvZ the last game and the one before that, and no Terran representation. So, Terrans, I am looking out for you. Looking out for everybody who watches my channel. And honestly, thank you so much for being here. I really like waking up in the morning and seeing what comments people have put on my videos during the night. I like checking it throughout the day. I actually have it set up so my phone gets notifications of every single comment anybody puts on any of my videos. I'm not popular enough to where that's just kind of a spinning slot machine of death where you can't possibly keep up with it. I've seen that before. I have seen really, really popular Twitter accounts, notifications just zoom by and they're unusable on the phone. But I read every comment anybody ever ever's made on my channel in the entire history of it, and I appreciate the people that take the time to watch, to give me feedback, whether good or bad. It's usually constructive criticism, I would say. Somebody suggested I watch some of the Day 9 dailies for Brood War, and honestly, I did that, but it was like 10 years ago, and I've probably forgotten a lot since then. So a refresher, honestly, for Brood War Day 9 dailies would be a great thing to do for me to improve my Brood War casting, and I hadn't thought about doing that, but somebody suggested it, so I am. Ta-da! That's how this works. Also, thanks to everybody who supports me on Patreon. I really haven't been able to shout the names out of you guys very much. I should do that one of these days. I should go through the names again. I used to put it on every one of my casts, but it got a little unwieldy. But patreon.com/falconpaladin. Thank you so much for supporting me, even as little as $1 a month. $1 a month, you guys. You can find $1 on the month on the street, right? In your couch cushions. Easy. You can find several dollars in your couch cushions, probably. But anyway, just subscribing to me on patreon.com/falconpaladin. It makes me feel so loved. It makes me love you. And everybody is happy. I think that's how that works. It's a win-win type situation. Anyway, got some Marines here for Frog. Excellent. Regular Marine skin. Nothing crazy about this. We've been seeing a lot of crazy skins on the channel recently, too. Meanwhile, Obama is working on what? He's got a reactor barracks. He's got another command center. And a factory coming up, too. And just Marines from Frog. So who's going to be our cheeser today? Double gas is interesting. Oh, right. There's this proxy down here. Forgot about this proxy. I was looking at it, but I didn't say anything about it, so it didn't enter into my brain. That's how a caster's mind works, you guys. At least mine. If I don't say it's happening, I don't remember it's happening. I know, it's weird. I also think that's probably a function of me having 3 kids. 3 kids and doing all this casting. Oh, hey, Jonas. How's it going? Really not a great combination for mental health, probably. Got some steam coming out of this barracks as it's building that reactor. Does it stop once that's done? It does. Man, the little tiny animations, you guys. Somebody put a lot of work into tiny little close-up details that people don't usually pay attention to. Right? They just don't. Nobody cares. The sparks flying off here. I care. I care about the attention to detail from the designers. Look at Jonas circling these. Jonas is like, hey, Obama, pay attention to this. He is seriously doing laps around. He is trying to notify Obama about what's going on here. That's amazing. No, Jonas, come back. Come back, Jonas. Jonas. He's just so fun to watch, though. Probably my favorite critter in all of StarCraft is this glowing jellyfish thing. It's kind of freaky, but it's very pretty at the same time. All right, so we got a barracks, a factory, and a starport down here for Frog. He's going this crazy 1-1-1 build. Who did this? Beyond used to do this quite a bit. before he went into the military, he would just get this and go against Protoss especially and just wreck them. And it's going to be another Terran here for Obama, who has a billion Marines, and he's starting some tank play. Tank Marine is kind of the staple of TVT in a lot of situations, although some early Cyclone pressure has been fairly prevalent too in this matchup. I've seen a lot of that on the channel recently for the TVTs. All right, so Obama has a lot of Marines. What do we want to do against Marines? Cyclone's not really an answer. Honestly, they don't do that extra damage, but they're going to come in here anyway. Are they going to wait? A Liberator would be amazing. Double pumping Liberators. Actually, can these Cyclones win this with SCV repair? Maybe they can. Tank, too much. Tank might be too much, yeah. Cyclone dead even with the repair there. Retreating is bad, man. You can take this out. You can kill this thing. Use the tank. Use the tank damage. Tank DPS is actually pretty amazing single target. Splash also very good. And that SCV tried to kill the tank, I guess. Frog's SCV just abandons repairing the Cyclone and says, I can kill the tank by myself. Go. No, he was dead. He was dead. Liberator setting up at his natural base. And Cyclone here, back here too, actually fairly protected. Get out of there. Run, Obama. Pull your SCVs. Get them out. This is not getting them out. This is like the movie Get Out. Get out. Marines trying to get rid of this. Oh my gosh, that went super poorly for Obama there. Another Liberator setting up in the main mineral line. Obama not pulling them SCVs, but I'm not sure. And then it matters. Where do you put them at this point? I don't think there is anywhere you can put them. Obama's down to 15 harvesters. I guess what you do is you pull them out, and then, oh, I guess that's Frog making a Viking. Never mind. And that's a good game. Good game out of Obama. Obama's defeated, and Frog is your winner with a crazy little double Cyclone, double Liberator push at about 6 minutes. Well, I guess he got here closer to 4, but still, excellent, excellent work. Liberator, 14 kills. Liberator, 18 kills. Cyclone, 3 kills. Assists, some good assists, though, from the Cyclone. Didn't get the killing blows, but that's all right. Okay, more cheese coming at you from Falcon Paladin in just a second. Welcome back to Cheese Compilation. This will be yet another ZVP. This time between Omamorki and Ski Roboter on Interloper, the latter edition. Ski Roboter? Sure. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the red Protoss player. His name is Ski Roboter. Roboter, maybe? From BAM with an umlaut over the A. I'm not sure how that changes the sound of it. BAM. Possibly. That seems like it's correct. And in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player, Omamorki. 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 It's just easy to chant. It's an easy to chant name. Anything with 4 syllables, Omamorki. Easy to chant inside the cafeteria at your local high school or college or middle school or wherever you happen to be. Actually, I don't know. I don't know the ages of the people that watch this channel. Seems like it's a lot of dads who've been into StarCraft for a long time. It's a lot of college-age kids, too. Oh, check this action out. Proxy Hatch out of Omamorki. And I guess to be subscribed, have your own account on YouTube, you really should be about 13, but I guarantee that does not happen. That does not happen every time. Is this a double? Oh, this is a double cheese. Proxy Pylon from Ski Roboter up here by Omamorki's main. Holy snap. Well, closer to where the natural base is going to be. Ski Roboter scouting with the probe, which I love. He's going to scout and see, okay, there's no gas and there's no expansion. Either this Zerg player is terrible or there's another hatchery somewhere, and I really should be trying to find it right now. Your probes are under attack. Just kidding, they're fine. Totally fine now. Taking shots from drones is not going to kill you. Not anytime soon. Triple gateway. Pow, pow, pow. Going down for Ski Roboter. This hatch is going to pop for Omamorki, and walling off back home, getting a forge. The Ski Roboter. All right, some defense against early Ling seems like a prudent thing to do. Just now getting gas is Omamorki. So yeah, whatever this is, it's going to be queens and Lings. And a wall with cannons is a pretty good way to hold here if you happen to be this Protoss player. At the same time, he really wants to have enough money to do this triple zealot thing, which could be devastating back home for Omamorki if he doesn't see it coming. That's a Roach Warren for Omamorki. So he is maybe going to have some Roaches and Ravagers, which are much better against cannons. At least the Ravagers are, with that Corrosive Bile ability, which initially was created solely for the purpose of killing force fields. I remember when this was announced as part of Legacy of the Void, the Blizz developers said, hey, You hate not being able to kill force fields until ultralisks pop out. Here you go. And Zergs promptly said, wait, it does damage to everything? No, we're not going to use it for that. We're going to deal with the force fields and just corrosive bile stuff to death directly instead. And I don't know that Blizzard was expecting that, but that's entirely how the ability is used today, and it just makes me laugh every time. Makes me laugh every time. Okay, Omamorki getting a spine crawler by this proxy hatchery. And whoa, the cannon rush has begun from Ski Roboter. This is going to get nuts real soon, ladies and gents. Oh, look at this Zealot valiantly giving his life so this cannon may finish. Oh, these roaches are a problem, though. Dude, is he just gonna... Okay, I was gonna say, oh man, he's gonna let this cannon finish. Trying to pull the roaches back to this other cannon. There is one that's done, but it's really far away. But I guess it is covering cannon number 2, I suppose. Oh, they let the cannon finish. You don't let the cannon finish. Oh boy, I think Omamorki might be too distracted to attack because he needs to defend real hard right now. The problem is, cannon rushing a Zerg in their main base when their creep is already established is difficult. I guess you could put a cannon back here if you could pull it off. Get that extractor maybe. Maybe this one too. Could a cannon right here kill that spawning pool? I mean, I'm trying to find angles where the Protoss player can make this happen, but I don't know. Zealot's coming up, trying to hack away at the spine, and you know what? They might be able to kill it. Holy smokes, the roaches are not helping, and the spine crawler goes down without losing a single Zealot. I thought for sure that was going to be a problem. Oh, the roach is just walking through. Oh, Omamorki's roaches are walking through this attempted wall by Ski Roboter on the other side of the map. This is bad. This is bad for the Protoss player right now. Making a Ravager too. Holy smokies. Holy smokes. All right, natural base gonna die. Zealot's just going for it, man. Roaches are not microing at all right now. This is gonna turn into a very tense situation. It already is, actually, but this is gonna be very bad for somebody very soon. It's gonna turn into a base race, if nothing else. Dude, you could do a circle. I was gonna say you could kind of circle of life the spine crawler, but these are Zealots. They hit really hard. They pack a crazy punch. Probes for Ski Roboter are retreating for their lives right now. The good news for Omamorki is that he has this hatchery at a base that he can mine from. And it's pretty well defended, is the idea. Some roaches are popping out here. Oh, the hold position drones! Oh, the clutch hold position drones! Doing a lot of work there, keeping that Zealot out of the fray so that these roaches could get more work done. I mean, the roaches died anyway, and this spine crawler might actually finish, which could be the death knell for our Protoss player. Oh no, more Zealots are here from Ski Roboter. Never mind, he's fine. Yeah, these probes need to abandon the main and just come start harvesting down here instead. Roach Ravager do find Ski Roboter's base of operations, these 3 gateways, and his attempt to get a nexus here. Oh, the probes, don't fight. Don't fight this. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Just run. Just run away. Cancel this and run away. Ah, Ski Roboter decides to tap out. That's the good game from Ski Roboter, and Omamorki is victorious. Yeah, that was rough. That was really rough. Although, I don't know. This base was the key for Omamorki. He had enough units to defend it. He had a spine crawler up. The income for Ski Roboter was gone. These production facilities were gone too. This base was gone. I mean, Ski Roboter should have set up a base somewhere else, hidden it, so I suppose, and drawn it out a little bit longer. But in the end, Omamorki is your victor. And we're going to come back with more cheese in just a second. The final game of Cheese Compilation number 23 will be between Dragon and Meneluz on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the Red Terran player Meneluz from Diuli. No idea what that is. And in the top left-hand corner, it is the Blue Protoss player Dragon from Neverres. There was a discussion about that tag the last time we did a game featuring this player. Never res, right? Never resurrect. Never respond. I'm struggling here. Really struggling. Anyway, PvT final here. Figure we get this matchup. The spotlight for the final game. Again, these were not necessarily ranked by these players, so I don't know if this is supposed to be really good cheese or just cheese that kind of barely made the cut. But you know what? I'm gonna have the attitude it will be amazing cheese. How about that? Amazing cheese. One of the screeners chose it, so hey, goodbye probe. Once again, mineral walking out, a good way to escape that situation. Also, pulling all of your SCVs to kill a probe is just not really worth it, is what they say. That's what they tell me anyway when I used to do that. Still do that sometimes. Moving on. It's a double gas opening from the dragon. The dragon. It's not the dragon, but it's dragon. And many lose seems like a name like loser translated into like Chinese and back into English, right? That's what that seems like to me. Ooh, double barracks, triple barracks opening from many lose. Oh, many lose has some ideas. Has some strong ideas right now. Is this? No, it's double. No gas, rather. No gas, just a 3 racks marine push from many lose. What's Dragon going to do about this? He's not scouted it, I can tell you that much. He saw the 1 barracks and no gas. And, I mean, that could have been a tell, but the gas could have been a little bit later and not been too much of a problem. So I think he's entirely in the dark. All he knows is that his opponent has at least 1 barracks, which is just not enough information to really do much of anything, as it turns out. He's getting a cybernetics core because he's going to have to. If you're a Protoss player in this day and age. And also getting detection's kind of important too, just because Widowmine drops are always a thing. But he is going to go robotics facility. There you go, for that detection, because when in doubt, man, if you're playing blind against Terran, assume Widowmines and get an observer. Just do it. You need a forge for cannons or a Stargate for revelation on the oracles or an observer, because Widowmines, if you don't have detection, they pretty much just kill you straight up. They do. I mean, unless you're somebody like Showtime who can time it out in their head. First Widowmine hits, immediate clock starts in their head and says, okay, that's going to be this many seconds until it fires again. I can mine and mine and mine and mine. Then pull, sacrifice one of his probes, go back to work, right? That's what you can do if you're somebody who's good at Showtime. But at our level, right, if you're watching this, you're probably not Showtime. I mean, maybe Showtime does watch my stuff. I don't know. An Immortal on the way from Dragon. Remember what I said about Immortals versus Marines and what we saw in the previous game? Not fantastic, but again, playing entirely blind. He's not getting an Observer. Adept, okay, great. And Mothership Core would be beautiful. Wait, hold on. Holy smokes, is this on the test map? I think this is test map, you guys, because that says warping a mothership. That doesn't say warping a mothership core. Marines pushing. This is real bad for Dragon right now. Immortal trying to 3-shot these Marines down. Another Immortal is here. Probes just have to, I think they throw down pylons at this point. Making a shield battery. Oh, I'm glad I chose this game. All right, so this is going to be on the test map. Shield battery is useful for healing the stuff. The expansion for Dragon is under fire on these Marines. The Marines insisting on killing the Nexus instead of killing the Immortals is pretty much a terrible choice right now. Yes. Goodbye. Goodbye, Marines. You took some of the shields off that Nexus, but didn't really do much else, as it turns out. So here's your shield battery. Restores 3 shields per 1 energy. Autocasts on units and defensive structures only. So it doesn't actually autocast on things like robotics facilities. Even if you wanted it to, I think you can manually tell it though, right? Autocast targets. Yeah, I think you can manually target like this robotics facility if you want, if it was hurt. But here comes an Immortal, straight Immortal push out of Dragon. What is going on here? What about, are they different at all? They got that barrier, that's the same. Still doing not very much damage versus non-armored. I don't know, Marines. I think you stand your ground here and you win. I really do. Retreating is the worst thing you can do because you keep losing Marines for nothing. And this is bad too. Your Marines can't attack. All 3 Immortals can attack and only 3 or 4 of your Marines can attack at a time. There's a tank out. Tank, not necessarily what you want here. But again, from behind the lines, you're going to do a lot better. But, no, there we go. Marine DPS really starting to show right now. Is it enough Marines? 3 Marines remaining trying to burn this thing down. Adept helping immensely and just barely cleaning these guys out. Is Dragon, he's on the offensive right now. And another tank on the way. Some more Marines on the way. SCV is forced to pull off the line here. And this might be it for many lose. He could just be done at this point. Oh, what a juke by the Immortal here. SCVs need to be attacking. They got to be attacking. That tank dies immediately to Immortal fire as they are supposed to do. Big time surround on this Immortal by SCVs, but there's an Adept. There are 2 Immortals just railing on them right now, and I think that Immortal's going to survive. I really do. Oh, no, maybe not. If he gets... that's it. Many lose with the Rage Quit, and Dragon is victorious. 6 kills on that immortal, 12 kills on that immortal. This adept showed up late, has 0, 8 kills on this adept. Wow, immortal adept push against Terran, who's going mass marine. Who knew? Who knew? And really, I think some of that was mistakes on Many Luz's part. He had a nice concave right about here, where he could have set up his marines, let the immortals come up one at a time, and just burn them down. He was afraid. He was afraid of doing that. Came back to a worse position. Made tanks, which was not a great answer for really anything that was going on here, and lost. Decision making, you guys, is hard. What the man? There are SCV bodies floating up to the surface all over the place here. Look, here's another one. There's another one. Actually, can I go? Man, that really swings it out of the way, doesn't it? Shwee! It sure does. Man, poor guy. Poor guy. All right. Well, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another cheese compilation. Woo! Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon. All as /FalconPaladin. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.